How's it going today, guys? Don't mind the wind. It's a little windy out today, but in today's walk and talk, I have kind of a new house for you guys. It's been about 3 years since I've been out here. And if you go back and look at like the first 20 episodes of my channel, and you look up and find the name Shop House, this is the house that I was showing you guys. I'm pretty glad to be out here now with my new camera. And without further ado, let's take a little tour, shall we? This house is definitely out in the middle of nowhere. There's no road that'll take you here. You just have to go through a bunch of wheat fields and trails and whatnot. This is a unique house in of itself. It seems built in like a more triangular fashion than the typical square houses that we're used to looking at. And the front door is kind of boarded up, but yeah, this is definitely a unique place, and it's interesting in its own right. Let's look around. Very well built, very sturdy, in spite of, you know, all the damage that it's taken over the years. Let's check out the roof. Now, I'm not too sure what kind of roof was on here back in the day, if it was metal or cedar shake shingles. I think it was metal. I could see that the valley there has metal, and it looks like there's some sheets of metal up on this side of the roof right now. And as usual, there's just impeccable window placement in this house. The farmers really knew how to put windows in their houses. Let's take a look in here. I'm going to be very cautious of nails, because when I walked through here a minute ago just to see how the place was doing, I noticed a lot of nails poking up on the ground. So I definitely got to make sure to be careful. As you can see, the floor has definitely seen better days. It's starting to rip in half right here in the living room, and that's just because the foundation's starting to sink and whatnot. But as you can see, this house was built with solid boards, definitely no lath and plaster. And heck, there's even a light bulb that still hasn't been broken out here. That goes to show you how few people come this way, because like I said, it's in the middle of wheat fields, so it just isn't the type of house for a vandal to come to and mess up. And I got permission from the owner of this property to come out here, and if it wasn't for that, even I would be a little sketched out to come out here, just because you got to walk through so many fields. And when I walk through the wheat fields in farmer pioneer territory, I know how to do it to where I don't mess things up. I can just kind of follow a deer trail, and I know how to walk to where I don't mess up any of their work out here, because the farmers are doing a lot of work out here right now in September, I've noticed. It's such a cool old farmer house. I really love this shelf here. I just think it's so awesome. I remember marveling at this 3 years ago. It's just the little things, you guys, that makes me happy. I tell you. Now let's check out the other room here. There's an old box spring and remnants of a door laying on the ground. Like I said, you could tell this house is very solid and very well built. If you've looked on my channel recently, I had a video where I talked about the farmer crisis of 1980, and I have reason to believe that this house is definitely like a direct casualty of that farming crisis. And I could be wrong. You know, everything's situational, but I'll show you some of the evidence that I found later on in this walk. And the floor is completely fallen through right here, but there's this really strong board that'll get me across. But again, I'm trying to be very careful. I'm not going to step on any nails, and I'm not going to do anything stupid to hurt myself. I'm very responsible when I'm out here, not only for my own safety, but just out of respect for the property owners. You see an old light switch and power outlet. Now we're entering the kitchen, and as usual, as in all these Farmer Pioneer houses, the kitchen is usually one of the most messed up places, and I think because of all the water connections and stuff. But if you guys have any other better idea of why the kitchens are always so wrecked in these farmhouses, feel free to let me know. See where the sink was, and awesome kitchen windows. And a lot of these windows still aren't broken too. That's another sign that not many vandals come this way. And there's a downstairs here, and we'll go down there later. Right now, I kind of want to focus on the first story here, because there's an upstairs as well that I'll be taking you guys to. And I thought this was pretty cool. I found an old can of coffee on the ground, and it looks like it's unopened. I mean, water has long since gotten in there and the coffee ain't good anymore, but MJB coffee. And yeah, the can's never been opened. That's just crazy to me. I'm not sure what the year is. I'm gonna have to come back when I'm done with the walk and talk, and I'm gonna try to find a year or an expiration date on here, because that could tell us a lot about, you know, the final days of this house before it got abandoned and whatnot. As you can see, just nothing but wheat fields all around us. This house is really desolate out here. And this looks like the living room and the front door to me. Again, it's just so amazing. These awesome windows. I love these farmhouses, you guys. I can't get enough of them. I know someday I'm gonna have to stop visiting these places. I know the farmers, even though they've been kind enough to allow me on their property and whatnot, I just keep coming back because I can't stop. I have so much love for these places, and sometimes I think that they might be getting a little tired of me. So that's why I'm trying to do as many videos and photo sessions as I can in different weather climates and whatnot, because I just want to capture the story of these houses before they completely fall apart. I love this right here. Just an awesome set of shelves. And like I said, even the windows on the shelves aren't even broken out here. It's just crazy. Usually stuff like that's long gone in these farmhouses that I go to. And also the roof has seen better days, and then the upstairs has seen better days. The whole floor in the upstairs has since fallen down, and the more I look at it, I could just see the extent of the damage done to the roof itself too. And yep, it's another one of those houses that there's absolutely no chance of saving, obviously. I love how they built these walkways too. I say it in every house it's like this, but instead of it just being a square walkway, I like how they rounded out like that. Just makes for a much better look, and it's definitely an added feature. And go back here to one of the bedrooms now. And yikes, you got a dead bird just kind of hanging out there, just laying there, gone. Never seen anything like that before. Again, another nice shelf system. There were a lot of well-placed shelves in this house too. Decent sized little bedroom with an awesome window. Unbroken. It's crazy. None of these windows are broken in this house. More awesome shelving. They really knocked it out of the park when they built this house, I tell you what. Cool little window. Looking out at the crops out there. Now we're entering the bathroom. See the old water hookups here. It's interesting too because these aren't really tiles. I don't really know what this is. It's definitely not tiles though. And the toilet remains. The sink is gone. And the bathtub is gone, but the toilet remains. Probably an all right little bathroom back in the day, though. You can see where the sink and the mirror was, and kind of an interesting looking plug-in system. What is that, you guys? I have never seen an outlet like that before. Another cool little window. Pretty awesome bathroom. Light switch. I think here pretty soon I'm going to be showing you guys why I think this was a farm crisis of the 1980s casualty. I just got to find where the old power hookups are. And nope, it's not in this room. This must be the master bedroom here. It's definitely the biggest, and as you can see, it's got the best windows too. Closet. First room I've seen with no shelving, and again, these weird plug-ins. What the heck kind of plug-in is that, you guys? Let me know in the comments, please. You can definitely tell from this angle that the house is starting to slant. Look at the set of windows over there on the right, and you see how the board right here is starting to go down. It starts up here and then it goes down. Parts of the foundation are starting to sink around here. It's causing even more structural damage. Okay, we're back in the kitchen, and I wanted to show you guys the fuse boxes here. Could definitely help date the place. Like I said, I'm not too sure when the house was built, but I'm pretty sure in the 80s is when it was abandoned. Got all the old fuse boxes here. Yeah, this is an old house. I haven't seen a functioning house with fuse boxes in a long time. Old coat hanger to hang your coat and whatnot. And interesting enough, you could tell it looks like they used sheetrock. So this is definitely way older than the lath and plaster build style. They used solid boards, they used sheetrock. Now we're upstairs. I can't really do any walking around up here because the floor's essentially gone. But you can imagine how awesome this upstairs was back in the day. Awesome windows up here. So well built. Like I've always wondered too, like did the farmers build these houses individually themselves with help from friends, or was it like a building company that came out here back in the day and built these houses for the farmers? It's just one of those things I'll never know. And another mystery too is, why is this side of the roof in so much better shape than this side of the roof? Somebody explain that one to me. Let's head back downstairs and let's check out the basement, you guys. I think the steps to the basement are right here. I don't expect it to be in too good a shape, but I still want to check it out. The stairs look pretty solid, and that's a good sign. Looks like an old stove coil and probably an old workshop down here. Basement's definitely seen better days, but it's pretty solid all in all. Let's walk around and have a look. You got a couple tanks here that I'm not too sure what they're for. Maybe a heating system, maybe a water system. The foundation's starting to fall apart, as you can see, and that's one of the reasons why everything's going south in the flooring upstairs. But I want to check out this machine, you guys. What in the world is this? If anybody knows, let me know in the comments, because I'm fascinated with this kind of stuff. How did they heat their homes and stuff back in the day? But you see how the foundation's crumbled there? It's kind of made the floor sink in, which is what we're seeing when we're upstairs on the first floor and look at the curve and that piece of wood right there. Oh my gosh. Again, though, it's still pretty solid for being abandoned for so long. Like I said, I think this place was abandoned probably about 40 years ago, would be my guess. Got some old pairs of shoes. Random, weird pairs of old beat up shoes. Let's go check out more of the basement here. Like I said, I'm being real cautious about stepping on nails. I am not trying to step on a nail all the way out here. You got more of the piping system here, and yeah, the whole foundation's coming undone down here. And this is probably right above or right below the bathroom. So this is where the toilet and the bathtub and the sink and all that connected to. Solid pipes. Ain't none of that plastic crap we use today. And I noticed that there were a whole row of shelves over here that collapsed and got pushed in with the crumbling foundation. And it's just definitely done a number on that side of the house. But the chimney's still very well intact. Got another interesting machine here, whatever this is. Some kind of furnace or something. I just couldn't tell you guys. I need to start studying some of the old school equipment so I know what I'm walking into when I see things like that. I'll come over here and get a look at the crumbling foundation. Gosh, I bet you it was great at one time. It just couldn't hold anymore. It's made this whole part of the house kind of buckle a little bit. You got some hooks up here where they were hanging something up down here. Pretty awesome basement though. These dirt floor basements are just, they blow me away. We got a bunch more pairs of boots and stuff down here. Pipes. Different rusty cans. Looks like old paint cans over here. Yeah, pretty awesome basement. I'm actually impressed, to be honest with you guys. So now let's go outside and walk around. I'll show you guys what the house looks like from the outside. Like I told you guys, this is a really desolate farmhouse, and it's just surrounded by wheat fields. There is no road. that's going to take you to this place. And one of the reasons why I called it the shop house when I came out here years ago is because it looks like at least the right side of the house looks kind of like a workshop, don't it? It's just, like I said, this house is built a lot different than a lot of the farmhouses that I'm used to coming to. It just seems like it's built with a more triangular shape than a square shape. I even notice how the right side here is a little bit longer than the left side. It's just so strange and unique and freaking awesome. They did such a good job building this house. Now on the other side of the house, I was questioning the roofing, but being over here, I think some of my questions have been answered. It looks like this house, at least part of it, was definitely roofed with cedar shake shingles. But you got the metal valley there. But then this side looks completely different. So maybe it was originally built with cedar shake shingles, and then later on they re-roofed part of the house and not all of it, because maybe it didn't need it. I really don't know. It's another mystery that if anybody in the comments has any guess to why the roof looks the way it does, let me know. Now there's like this old barn over here and some equipment I want to show you guys before I end this walk and talk today. It's been kind of a long one. I've been rambling for almost a half hour, you guys, but this is a special house out here and it's definitely worth it. There's a lot to talk about. Looks like a fallen down old shed here, and I'm kind of interested in the roofing over there. I'm gonna go over there real quick and check it out just because it'll answer a lot of questions for me. Interesting roofing there. That house is definitely a beauty though, isn't it? What a place to live back in the day. Out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. Got a bunch of collapsed structures. Probably a well somewhere around here too. But what I really want to check out is this old structure back here. Picked a perfect day to do this. It's a nice sunny day with a high of 82, so I'm not gonna cook. I'll still have enough daylight to make it home before it gets too dark. I walked about 5.5 hours to get here from my starting point, so again, I don't know what much of this stuff is, so feel free to comment any of your knowledge and or opinions. Pretty interesting stuff, though. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Really old tire. Just another little work shed or something. I don't even know how to get into this thing. I just want to see what the heck it is. What a crazy nest, huh? Definitely some birds that are thriving here, for sure. Let's look through this other hole here and see what we got. Yeah, was this just where they stored their grain after harvest, or what? The heck is this thing, you guys? Wild. Then you got some old school farm equipment over here, and this is actually probably where the well is, not back there. I'm pretty sure this is the well. Structure with metal though, so this had a metal roof, whatever it was. So like I said, this is a 70s and 80s house here for sure. It might have been built earlier, but old school farm equipment. It's so cool. You know it's old school when there's wood pieces. Awesome piece of equipment. Yeah, there's so much to like about this old farmhouse out here. Like I said, it's just so desolate too and peaceful, but probably pretty freaky sometimes getting stuck out here in like a snowstorm where you can't leave for 3 weeks and it's really cold and you're kind of worried. There ain't much going on around you. Got a couple awesome trees. I want to check the roof out over here on this side before I let you guys go today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my walk and talk. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.